Hello everybody and welcome back. We had quite a heavy night here at Spencer Arms last night and my friend was taking the mick out of me because I always go, so here we go, and right then, and and all that, really mocking me, but it's what I do, So here we have, and I've just had to put it in Google to see how to say it. I think it's Schneider and it's a Weizen, but Doppelbock. So, from my understanding, it's a Doppelbock. My understanding, a Bock style is a dark German lager. So a Doppelbock is like a double dark German lager. Now this is a wheat beer. So basically a Weizen Doppelbock. So this is, whereas like a Bock beer is just a dark lager, this is like a wheat beer as well. So it's sort of a hybrid beer. It's a cross between the two. So as a Bock beer, it's going to have some really like dark sort of malts in it, caramelly sort of malts in that. And as a wheat beer, it's going to be sort of like full of wheat. And the funny thing is, with all the wheat beers, I sort of don't talk really much about the wheat because the wheat gives it all that haziness and that all that colour and that basically that wheaty body, and gives it all this sort of body. But I always find the yeast flavours are really coming through, and also I pick out any, because I think wheat beers sort of have a minimum of about 50% wheat, and then you know they're putting barley malts in now, and things like that. So I really pick out them. So this, I ain't got a clue how this is going to be, but at 8.2% ABV, I know what it is going to be. It is going to be strong. So from my understanding, and this was coming in from the Offie at £5.85, but I'm sure these are available at Beers of Europe. A Gold Award winner of 2022, really nice label. So we've only got a couple of days left before Octoberfest finishes, so still on the German things. Now, really excited because when I told Janie that I was going to be doing this really strong sort of like Weizen Doppelbock beer, and I said, oh, I must get myself a wheat beer glass. So, my beautiful wife, look at this, a Polana. It's still slightly wet, but apparently with the wheat beers, it's not so bad. A nice Polana glass. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I've just uploaded the part 3 of how I clean the glasses. So I've just regenerated this glass in the way that I do all the glasses, and then cleaned it with the salt and everything. So I'm hoping, I mean, sometimes with a new glass, a brand new glass, it takes probably a couple of cleans to get it really well. Well, anyway, watch that little video. It's only about 5 minutes long. This is probably going to be a lot longer. But yeah, so how lovely. Thank you very much, Mrs. Spencer. So I am going to crack open this Sunday night. This video is coming in on a Monday, but I am going to crack open this Sunday night 8.2% Weizen Doppelbock beer, wheat beer, hybrid, cross between a dark lager and you know, and a wheat beer. And let's see what we get. Now, normally when we're doing these videos, we end up cracking through the beer. We end up getting through, oh, this is going to produce quite a nice big head. We end up, look at that Polana label just like coming through. Whoa, that smells alcoholic. Oh my God. It looks very dark. It looks very hazy. So here we go. So cross between dark lager and a wheat beer, a hybrid. And it's a double. Hence why, oh, look at that, people. Oh my God, look at that. I love that. Can you see that? Oh my God. So we have got some yeasty goodness in there. Look at that. That's like the lava lamp effect that I love. That is absolutely, oh my goodness me. I watched that go in. I watched it sort of like, look at it hanging about. It's like just hanging there. It's, you know, it'll probably like settle down, but yes, that is, oh, very, very. It still felt like there was some more in there. For some reason, the bottle feels like heavier than normal. Here we go. Wow. So I'm going to keep that turn around there because that is, yeah, here we go. So it's, oh, this is great because look, it's got a line there. Now on the back of this, right, so you got like that sort of 0, that there, look, 0-51 is it, or whatever. So is that obviously the amount of beer that's in there? I'm just going to have to tell me. It's got to be a 500 milliliter, so, or is it 510? I don't know. And then on the glass, look, it's got the same, just get the head in it so you can see, the same up to that line. So there's enough room for the full beer and a bit of a head. Beautiful glass, really nice design, lovely, nice, big, thick, heavy. I actually got this off Amazon. Well, Jenny got it for me, came today. So, now do you know that smells? It smells like a wheat beer. It also smells a little bit citrusy. Nice and fruity. I don't normally get much out the nose straight away. Cheers, everybody. Prost. 8.2% Sunday night. Let's go. Ooh, that is surprisingly drinkable. I thought that was going to be a little bit of an effort. I did think to myself that when I actually sip that, I'm probably going to have to chew my way through that a little bit. But that has got quite a super, super soft mouthfeel. Really delicate. Really lovely. Oh. That's got now you can smell it strong. You really can. You can smell some of them sweetness, them sweet malts in there. Still smelling the yeast, still getting that banana-y yeast smell. The I mean, the berries are really, because it's so wheaty, there's a wheaty haze there. I think if that was probably one of the bock lagers, it would be clear, wouldn't it? And that would be like a real sort of hard, woody, mahogany, sort of like sapele type, nice hardwood looking colour. But as it is, it's sort of like a washed out mahogany because the wheat is giving it that haziness. It's not a snowy white head. It's a very like off-white head. Surprisingly drinkable. And again, like I've said in my other videos, if you just let it crash down, that's when you hit them spices. I'm still yet to try clove. In fact, when we were cooking earlier on, I'm sure Janie's told me we've got some cloves, and I've seen them, I've researched them. That yeah, they're them little, little spicy things, and I'm sort of almost getting that spicy taste. Where we talk about cloves in this, but I can't tell you what the clove tastes like because I don't know. But in all honesty, for an 8.2% beer, it's too easy to drink at that ABV. Oh my God. If somebody gave me that and didn't tell me about that, I would know that it's a little bit more of a stronger wheat beer. The darkness in that is obviously coming through more than what like your normal sort of wheat beer would come with its pale colours and you know, pale wheat sort of like looking beer. There is some darkness in there. There is a bit of like a nutty sort of, I've not got any caramel yet, but that tends to come as the beer just gets a little bit more temperature in it. But if somebody gave me that, I'd have to be cautious. But saying that, I am starting to get, now I'm getting into it a little bit more, I am starting to get a bit more of that alcohol taste. Which is actually quite, at the minute, probably masking some of the darker tastes that are in there. There is a little bit of breadiness and sort of like toasty, bready, nutty taste in there. Yeast, normal wheat beer tasting with a little bit of a more, what can I say? Just a little bit more, I can't even think about what I'm trying to say. That's coming from, I would say, some of them more burnty type of quite roasted malts in there. So yeah, so I'm interested to probably taste a bock. I've wrote it down here because I keep forgetting it, like a bock beer, the dark German lager, which apparently has the malty sweetness. And then we've got like this nice hybrid beer. So I really want to hit some of the caramel, see if there's any caramelly stuff going on here. But I'm not got it yet, but still banana-y. It's blooming. It is well balanced. It is. If it's a cross between the two, you're not really picking out one or the other. You know it's a wheat beer. Just because it's lovely soft mouthfeel as well. It's not overly dark. It's almost like when you have a black IPA, whether or not the black IPA, because it's black, makes you really pick out any kind of darker flavours in there. This really isn't doing that for me. It's not really making me pick out any of the darker side to this, you know, the dark side. It really isn't. It's just a really nice wheat beer. Every single wheat beer that I have, basically, throughout the whole run of the wheat beers that I've had, they are all the same, but very different. It's like, I think a lot of it is definitely down to the yeast strain. It's not, the wheat gives it, for me, it gives it that colour and it gives it the body, but it doesn't really smash out loads of flavours. It all seems to come from the yeast for me. And I think the different levels of yeast, the different strains of yeast that are used, can change whether and how banana-y that beer is, and I suppose how clovey, how spicy that beer is, and you know, the body and things. But generally, the flavours for me come from the yeast and from any of the malty barley they put in. Which would be, I would imagine, quite a small percent, but yet it does seem to creep through above any of the sort of wheat, malted wheat or wheat flavours you get. But I love the wheat beers for the body, the softness. That is still really quite, do you know what, that's really kind. It's a really kind beer, this is. It's just, you know, he looks quite kind, isn't he? He's got like, who is he? He's got like sort of a kindness in his eyes, isn't he? Yeah, he's like, I'm going to be really kind to you and just give you this, what you think is going to be a really strong, really knock you over, and almost like it's a little bit too strong to drink. This is like, no, it's too alcoholic. It's not. Every now and then I get a little bit of the alcohol taste in this, but it's not. I found that the Spartan 5.9% Octoberfest beer was more alcohol-y in its taste and its aromas than this is. This is an excellent hybrid. An excellent blend of the two beers. And I'll tell you what as well. Now I've got in the fridge, right, bear with, I'll be back in a second. I've got from Utopian, I literally have to type it in order to say it right. I'm not going to even attempt. I can't even read English writing sometimes. So, but this is an amber lager, right? And it's a very nice amber lager from Utopian. Although I have done a little video on this, I'm yet to put it up because I'd had a few beers. I had about 7 beers that night, and this was one of them. And I'm going to do it sober. But I'm pretty sure that I was sort of saying that I could taste the Britishness in this. Brilliant, you know, Utopian, brilliant lagers, and that their Bohemian lager is absolutely fantastic. But after having all these German beers and German lagers, I could taste the Britishness in that, if you get me. But I'm sort of getting some of this ambery, darker sort of lager taste in this. And I was trying to, when I said earlier on, what is that I'm getting? And now I recognise it. So, but not British, German. So I am getting, they do a good job of that, because that has got similar flavours to this in the dark side. Obviously that hasn't got the same sort of body to go with this. So what I love about this is that it's like that amber lager, like a darker lager, which is the Bock, but then it's giving you, so that would be, I would imagine, a bit crisper and a bit more like, funny analogy, but just a bit crisper and clean. But adding it to the wheat, oh my God. So yeah, so now I am getting the wheat beers, and I've just recognised the dark lager taste. And it's not like it's oh God, it's not like it's one or the other. It's a very, really, you know, like the two styles really coming together and being one. And I said I wasn't going to smash this down me during this video. And I mean, okay, we're 18 minutes in, so it is a long video, and I will be, you know, snipping it so there's not so much of me talking. But it is absolutely gorgeous, that is. And I think it's something that needs to be treated with respect. I won't go 2 or 3 of these. It's like, get one, enjoy it over an 18-minute video, and then let it sort of start to affect you like it is now. I'm starting to feel the little tingle. Every now and then, if you get it down you a bit quick, without swirling it around your mouth, you can get the bit of the alcohol taste, but it isn't overpowering, it's warming. I mean, like, I've just felt like a nice warming sensation in there. It's nice and tingly on the tongue. But if you swirl it around your mouth, it's soft, it's delicate, it's warming, it's spiritual, it's mesmerising, because there's just so many damn flavours in there. It's spicy, it is fiery, it's alive, you know, it's strong, but easy to drink. And this Polana glass is still keeping on to its head, but I'm I know that once I've washed this a few times, because I just think new glasses, they just need that extra bit. So once this has had, you know, a few washes, it will even be better. But, you know, anyway, that's a different video. Go and watch that. It's only 5 minutes long. So yeah, unfortunately, this had to be 20 minutes long or 25 minutes long, because I'm not smashing this down here, but I can edit it. It will be edited. This glass is very thick. It's quite thick. So I'm going to just sit this down for a minute, because I'm starting to get a slight, it's coming, I know it's coming, a bit of caramelly. I can feel it. It's like a dark toffee coming through. I can sense it. So I'm just going to stop the video now, and I'll be back in a second. Oh, so I'm back, and I would say probably about 8 minutes has passed. And so this beer is now this wonderful hybrid cross between a wheat beer and a Bock style dark German lager, and a double, so like a ramped up, more alcohol, more strength. Anyway, since 8 minutes has passed, the alcohol has gotten to me a bit more as well. So yeah, so I'm hoping to hit some of the more, if there's any like caramelly. So I'm getting sort of like some darkness in there, some roasted stuff. I think it is actually like quite, it's quite really roasted, like a burny roast, but it's not like that astringent, not astringent, I don't know the right words. You know, when you have some beers that have just got that like almost peated barley, you know, that's fag ashy, horrible. It's not that. It's a lovely roast. It's not like a coffee roast or anything like that. It's just a nice, it's almost like combining the two, the wheat and the barley, and sort of like, you know, roasting, just toasty in them, you know, quite bready, toasty, malty. I almost try and sound as if I know what I'm talking about, don't I? I really don't. But I know what I can taste, and yeah, that's there's some of them sweet malts now. I really think that these beers, it's hard to know what to say about the temperature of these beers, because they're so, I think under normal circumstances, if you wasn't doing a beer review or a beer chat, this would be one to savour over at least an hour. Get it out of the fridge nice and cold, have a few sips of it and things. Oh, something just made a noise in here. I just shed the shivers through me, like a bottle just moved on its own down there. Oh my God, that's literally, I put my hair stand on end, that has. Anyway, literally I've got a cold running all the way through me. That's incredible, tingling, unless it's the 8.2%. Anyway, so yeah, where was I? I've no idea where I was. But yeah, what a lovely beer. So, I know where I was. Yeah, it's the sort of beer you have nice and cold, let it sit there, get all them nice flavours as it's cold. You know, I'm not sure what more flavours you get when it's cold, but it's just more refreshing, because these are not really that hop forward, are they? They're not getting much bitterness out of it. I think if you get any bitterness out of this, it's probably from the roasted side of the malts and that. And then just leave it there, and then you go back to it, you know, you have a little sip, and then as it's warming up naturally in the room, and then the flavour starts to come through from the darker side of things, and that, it's just one to be really savoured. Anyway, an absolutely excellent beer. Definitely one I will be getting again. Even at 8.2%, you know, I really do savour these beers, and never ever drink them when I'm on a bit of a sesh, because I just know what I'm like. But yes, lovely. A lovely glass, really lovely heavy bottom that sort of keeps the beer away from the warmth of your hand if you want. Absolutely lovely, lovely glass off Amazon. I might put the link in there if I can find it. But yeah, just search for Paulana wheat beer glass and you'll find it. But yeah, that absolutely excellent beer. Anyway, so this video is hopefully come out on Monday night, as I promised in the short. And then tomorrow, there is a beer that you've all seen before. That will be coming out. I'll be drinking it Monday, coming out Tuesday. But that is actually a Doppelbock beer. And it's a good one. I've seen it reviewed. It is a special one, and I'm really looking forward to trying it and sharing it with you guys who may not know about it. Anyway, take care. It's Sunday night, so if you start work on a Monday, it's always the Monday morning blues. Don't have the Monday morning blues. Just think about like a beer and loveliness and being silly and happy and that, and just take care and keep safe. And yeah, I think the sun's going to shine this week, so that's all good, isn't it? Right, I've been Speno. This has been a little chat about this wonderful beer. And yeah, and the alcohol is obviously getting to me because I'm waffling and being silly. Take care, everybody. See you on the next one.